sports, lots of headlines, things going on from that standpoint. Jump in the show. Let us know what you guys want to talk about, and we'll take it from there. Of course, we're part of the programming lineup in this morning where you have us from 6 to 8. From 8 to 10 o'clock, the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. And then at 10 o'clock today, I believe it's Sounds of STL. And then you've got Charlie Tuna and the Posse. Was Charlie in yesterday? I didn't see him around.
No, Charlie was not in.
It was a holiday. I do remember that. Hope everybody had a good Columbus Day as well. We're here today. Lots of things going on. Blues with a big win last night. We'll get into that. You had 2 NFL games last night. Some very surprises. 2 upset wins. Another upset going on in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers continue to pay dividends from all the money they've spent on their team. We'll get into that. The NFL makes a decision on that Brian Branch beginning of the brawl the other night. Also, some interesting things that happened that led up to that now that we're hearing about. And once again, the instigators never get caught. It's the person that responds. Well, once again in life, there will be people who will instigate, then play victim. It's in relationships. It's in families. They'll start all kinds of stuff. And if somebody calls them out for it or does something, now this one was more than a call out. This one was a physical call out. Then, oh no, we're the victim. Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes did something to Brian Branch during the game. That's why he wouldn't shake his hand, which led to it. Yeah, we'll get into that. It was, Patrick. And there were about 10 calls on the Chiefs that were not called. Once again, the NFL rearing its ugly referee head. They need the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. I promise you right now, mark my words. They couldn't go 2-4 and put themselves in that situation of not making the playoffs. NFL needs Chiefs. That's why the Chiefs will make the playoffs. But I'll tell you about that, what happened there. How about the former Cardinal, Mike Schilt? He's had nothing but success again in San Diego, calling it quits. He did nothing but have success in St. Louis before John Mozeliak ran him out of town. And we've had nothing since he left. But he's calling it quits. Very surprising story there. But when you dive deep, maybe not so surprising. A new breakfast place opening up in St. Louis County, or at least another location. A nice award for Manchester. Sad news with the construction worker yesterday as well. You got to be careful when you're driving through these construction zones. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not, and I haven't been. Nobody is, but we have to be very careful about that. Lambert, getting set for a brand new $114 million project to help them be an even better airport. That would be really nice. And anything else that you guys want to talk about, we'll do that. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to get into today, we'll do that. The weather has been absolutely gorgeous. At first I was like, yeah, I wish it could be 70. You know what? It's been so nice, especially because it's a different type of warm weather because we don't have the humidity for the most part that goes along with the 80s that we have during the summer.
Yeah, it feels totally different. I like it. You see, I'm wearing, you can't see, but I'm wearing a nice little sweater. So it feels good.
I'm liking it as well. So enjoy it as well. We've got 80s. It'll be a little warm. We've got 80s through Friday, Saturday, the high may be in the upper 70s. And then we start to cool down. And then it gets even better with highs in the 70s, low 70s, as a matter of fact. So a lot of comfort. It's been a nice, very nice, comfortable October so far for everybody from that standpoint. Anything else you guys want to get into, jump into, we will do that as well. And you can always jump in on the chat line on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. We're at Arch City now. Jump on in, like, subscribe, share the show. Let us know if there's anything that's coming up, any events, anything you want to promote. We talked about patios, restaurants, bars, anything from that standpoint, come in, let's talk about it. It's all about St. Louis. We like to promote, we like to try to keep it as positive as possible as we can, promoting, talking. Doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, but that's what we like to do, if at all possible. So you guys know what we do every day. We'll take your comments. We'll try to get those out there. If we miss them for a little bit, forgive us. Myself, producer Rye, taking a look at that. He's only got like 10 jobs going on at the same time, but we will see. Okay. Hope everybody had a good Monday. It is now Tuesday, so we will jump right in with this. And pretty excited about what I saw from the St. Louis Blues. The Blues playing last night. They looked really good again. So the Blues get shut out on opening night. Couldn't find the back of the net. Played tough. Played physical. Outshot, out-hit the Minnesota Wild. But they couldn't put the puck in the back of the net. Gave up some easy goals, and then they got shut out 5-0. Well, they go to Canada, and everything's right. They won again last night. Final score there, 5-2. The Blues have now scored 9 goals in the last 2 games on their Canada trip. Not too shabby. So they're back in St. Louis now, getting set for their second home game, which will be tomorrow night against the Chicago Blackhawks. So they'll welcome back in the Blackhawks. And then you have this team that's ready to get their first home win of the season. And it's also interesting, too, because, you want the Blues because in years past, they've had issues with not getting off to really good starts in the season. Well, this is a pretty good. You're 2-1. Come back home, make it 3-1. That would be really, 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 really nice. But right now, we're going to have to wait and see what happens because I look at the Blues. Okay, the Blues have a 2-1 start. That's pretty good. Pretty good. But then you look at the rest of their division because I've joked about, not joked, but we know how good their division is. Just put it this way. Colorado, 3-0. Nashville, 2-0. Dallas, 2-0. Those are all the teams that got off to good starts as well. And those are all really good teams. Colorado, Nashville, and Dallas. Oh, yeah, then there's Winnipeg, who was the number 1 seed last year in the Western Conference. They got off to a 2-1 start. The Blues 2-1, and the Minnesota Wild 2-1, who, by the way, shut out the Blues. Those are some damn good teams, and the Blackhawks are 1-2 at the bottom of the list. So it's going to be competitive the whole way. Hopefully it'll get them playoff ready, meaning they've made the playoffs, meaning they'll be the type of team we need, that they'll be healthy, and so forth. But, on Saturday, Jake Neighbors, the youngster, was the guy stepping up with a couple of goals. Last night, how about Jimmy Snuggerud for the Blues? Another young kid, I call them kids, making a name for himself. Shen had a goal. Bennington was really good. He was really good last night. And the Blues come away with the victory, 4-2. Neighbors, he had another goal. So you got to like what you see from this team after not playing well at home. Now they go on the road and look pretty darn good. I'm curious what we're going to see tomorrow night when they play the Blackhawks. That's what we got to see with this team when they come out of the gate, ready to rock and roll. But it's a sign of a good team that can get slammed in their home opener and then go on the road and do what they did last night. So congrats to the Blues from that standpoint. A quick 4 points. You got 4 points in 3 games. If you guys want to jump in about the Blues, you can do that as well. Very, very fun to talk about the Blues. Love to see them doing what they're doing. Also, it just the team aspect of how they're playing looks really good. And they're not bad teams that they played. Not at all. Had a chance to watch it, but there was so much on last night. if you're a sports fan. I mean, a lot on. It's like, okay, once we have the Blues, 2 NFL games, and baseball all on at the same time last night. I still don't get why the NFL is doing 2 NFL Monday night games. I don't like it. It's probably about money because we know that money makes the world go round. And we know the NFL is all about money. And we know that they're greedy little elves. They want to take up all the money that they possibly can. And they had 2 games last night. So in the midst of those 2 games, as we talk about those, how about not 1, but 2 upsets in the NFL? I mean, where's all the Bills fans? What happened to the Bills? 2 straight losses. Josh Allen, 4 interceptions in 2 weeks. They don't have a defense anymore. And Bijan Robinson looks like the best player in the NFL for the Atlanta Falcons. 238 yards. Michael Penix Jr. starting to come into his own. And the Falcons at home take care of the Bills 24-14. The Falcons are now 3-2. The Bills 4-2. Who is the best team in the NFL? Is there an elite team in the NFL? Do not tell me it's Tampa and Baker Mayfield. We'll find out what Tampa's about this weekend. They'll play the depleted Detroit Lions. But that's your Monday night game next week. Tampa at the Lions. Lions 4-2, Tampa 5-1. And by the way, last year, Tampa beat the Lions in the regular season. I think it was during the regular season, Tampa beat the Lions. So Baker did it before. Can he do it again? But I just look at this and go, okay, the Bills are 4-2. The Falcons are 3-2. Then you have, how about the Bears? The lowly Bears are now 3-2. In Chicago, they're probably loving life. They're a 3-2 football team that I say just had their first biggest win. I mean, they went on the road and beat Washington. So much for Daniels right now. I know he had just gotten back, but wow. They kick a field goal as time expires and win that game. Swift had over 100 yards rushing. Caleb Williams was good. I mean, nothing great. But to think that the Commanders are now a team that's just 3-3 after making the NFC Championship game last year. Daniels hit a really good night, 19-26, 3 touchdowns, only had 1 interception, and they still couldn't win the game. Still couldn't do it. That's just so bizarre to me. And they were up 24-16. They were up 8 points in the fourth quarter. The Bears come back, get a touchdown, go for 2 points, don't make it. Then they have to come back and kick a field goal with time expiring to win 25-24. So the NFL scripted. We all know the NFL scripted, right? We do, right? Right? It's scripted.
Yeah.
It's scripted.
It is.
Just some cray stuff going on now. As I like to say, it is what it is. Speaking of Lions, Brian Branch has been suspended 1 game without pay. So they took away a game check, and I guarantee he is pissed off about that. You take away a man's money, that's a big deal. That's how you get people. You take away money. That's the best way. But then Lions media broke down. Patrick Mahomes scored a touchdown in that game, and there's an NFL rule, if you did not know, you can't spin the ball at a defender you just ran past for a touchdown. It goes under the guidelines of taunting. Patrick Mahomes scored the touchdown and spun the ball and pointed at Brian Branch in the game. Yeah. Did they call the penalty? No. So once again, the Chiefs getting the calls again. Kind of sickening. I don't care if you're a Chiefs fan or not. Let's call it how it is. Brian Branch should be suspended for what he did. Patrick Mahomes should have been penalized. And guess what? If that penalty would have been called, Brian Branch would have done what he did. He wouldn't have. I'm not sticking up for him. But I always say, look at the instigator. If there's never a problem or a situation in life and then somebody starts something, don't blame the person who finishes it. Blame the person who starts it. What would your therapist mom say about that? She'd say, Vic, you're all messed up. Your therapy did not work, Vic. You need to come back in for more therapy.
That's the thing, though. I'm not a therapist, Vic. So I agree with that. Like, always look at
who started the damn trouble.
Like, at the end of the day, if I overreact, that's on me.
Yes.
But still, like, look at who's messing with me and pushing my buttons, man. Like, why are you pushing my buttons?
If for some reason in society, we've given a pass to the instigators. Like, oh no, you need to just check how you act,
how you react.
Well, what about the people are gonna upset. Yeah, okay, guess what? Well, let's treat everybody fairly and equally, right?
Exactly. Like,
and guess what? I believe in deterrence. If an instigator starts something and you put them in their place, there's gonna be less instigators. But if instigators get away with things,
they're going to be doing it.
Aha!
It's the
same thing with kids.
Yeah, it's literally like, it's like your mom says, don't eat the cookies, right? And then you just keep eating cookies and she's letting you get away with it. You're going to keep doing it. It's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
gosh. So, Patrick, I like you. I respect your game. I still think you're the best in the NFL. But Patrick Mahomes, when he scored a touchdown, spun the ball at Brian Branch, and they didn't call a penalty. And that's not to mention all the other calls that they made in the game, too, that really had the Lions frustrated as well. So, those things happen. Brian Branch is out for a week. Patrick Mahomes got away with a taunting. That never happens. NFL, if you don't want another taunting experience, take care of the instigator.
Personally, what's so bad about like taunting in football?
Yeah, I get, because it can start fights, is what they say.
Man,
there was a taunting call in the Missouri game last Saturday.
That was crazy.
That should have been.
He was not even in the play, right? Didn't he just run?
No, Zion Young.
Yeah,
Missouri's up 7-0. They're getting the ball back. Probably going to make it 14-0. And you have a dumb, selfish Zion Young who comes over, had nothing to do with the play, and starts standing over a guy and cussing at him and dogging him. I'm like, what does it do? Selfish, totally selfish.
Yeah, that's not needed. But like, I don't get that, because football players are always so like, they're ready to go. Why does taunting hurt? But like, then if you're not even playing or you're not in the play, I don't understand that. Like, I taunt basketball all the time. That's part of the game.
Well,
like,
there's a lot of talk. It is. In the year 2025, I get it.
If I hit a 3 in somebody's face, like in a game,
you're a taunt. You would never strike me as a taunting type.
I love talking smack too.
A friend of mine who listens to the show was like, "Hey, I like that Rye guy. He's young. Seems like a really good kid, a sweet kid." Now you're ruining that image.
It's totally different on the court, though. I love talking smack on the court. Like,
I bet you do.
But
so if we went out, we were playing some one-on-one, and you're hitting threes over me, you're gonna be dogging me up, aren't you?
Oh yeah, Vic. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna put the 3 sign up. I'm gonna be like, he can't guard me, man.
No, I know. See, I played basketball like Dennis Rodman. I'm about rebounding, fouling, using my arse to box out.
I'd love you to be on my team.
Flopping.
Yeah, I'd love you to be on my team, but I would not want to guard you.
That's a team. See, that's what it is. You got to have everybody there.
Exactly.
Why do you think Michael Jordan allowed Rodman to do all the things that he did in those behind-the-scenes specials and take trips to Vegas?
Exactly.
Because Michael knew what he had in Rodman.
Needed that ring.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Anything for the ring.
This is Arch City Now. That's producer Ryan. I'm Vic Faust. Arch City Now here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Just trying to have some fun getting you up and going throughout the St. Louis area each day. 6:25 already. Very dark. By the way, daylight saving time is November. So that's coming up in, I believe, 3 weeks. It's in November. I think it's the first weekend of November this year. But right now it's interesting. It's 6:25 in the morning, and it's like it's 12 o'clock at night. It's still dark, and we're supposed to have sunshine today too. So not bad. That's not an issue. I'm glad you guys are with us as always. Jump in the show. Let us know what you want to talk about. We'll do that as well. There's lots of things that are going on. We got your news headlines a little bit later. We were just talking about some of the things that were going on with the Blues. And their first night, some of the NFL action as well, hitting the first segment all with sports. Also, what we had baseball last night as well. Baseball. And maybe we'll hit that when we get back. Don't know if I want to start that yet before we take our first break. I just want to remind everybody you can jump in on X and YouTube and Facebook. Kind of a first day back. Yesterday, Columbus Day, there were people off. It's also fall break for a lot of high schools in the same. Did you know that? Did you see that at all? Or it's kind of a fall break. This whole new concept was something that never existed when I was going to school here in the St. Louis area.
Yeah,
a fall break. We need a fall break now.
I got fall break in college. I didn't get that in high school. That's a new thing, so I didn't even know they get it.
Why is there a fall break? I think if somebody told me once, a teacher said that it helped them get something together, planning. But I was like, really? Do we really still need a fall break?
Yeah, I think it's really more for I thought it was more for the professors and college students because I know right during fall break, it's midterms that next week. So
okay, maybe I could see it for college.
Yeah, for college it made sense, but like high school, maybe for the teachers to create more lesson plans, maybe. But high schoolers don't need a fall break, man.
I don't get it. I don't get it, but that's all right. I mean, it's all part of it. Enjoy your fall break, because I was looking at my son's high school. I was like, his football practices were during the day this week, and I'm like, oh, I guess you got a fall break. I got some days off. Yep. I was like, okay, there you go. Enjoy your days off. Must be nice. Must be nice to be pushing that through. Yeah, we got some of those things to talk about. We need to be careful on the roads. We'll talk about some of the things in the St. Louis area that happened yesterday on the roads. Unfortunately, people losing their lives. It's sad. We consistently say, and we all need to hear it every single day. We can all be better. Just be more careful when you're around construction zones, whether you're driving or other people are around. We can't hear it enough. Talk about an award for Manchester, the city of Manchester. We can get more back into the Blues if you guys want to do that as well. Tell you about another popular breakfast spot opening up in St. Louis County. Of course, we're a breakfast show. I'm still a Shack fan. I love the Shack. I do. I love the Shack over there. The closest one to us here is probably Frontenac. I'm the Frontenac. I just love the Shack. Lay's potato chips. Do you eat them? They have a new redesign coming out. They're redesigning the bags, the ingredients as well. Is it a healthy chip? I don't know about that. We'll see. Plus, there are teachers who are banning the slang 6-7. We talked about it last week or the week before. Teachers like, we've had it. Stop that. Stop that S hit. 6:29 on a Tuesday morning, October 14th. I'm Vic Faust, producer Ryan alongside. We are Arch City now. You can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Let your voice be heard. If anything you want to promote in the St. Louis area, let us know. Charities, whatever, people, just giving good shout outs for whatever the reason. They don't have to be quote celebrities. Just let us know. We'll do it. We'll be back after this break. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. Of course, every morning is wonderful. We're able to get up and do this and talk with you guys. All kinds of stuff in life happens all the time. It's, once again, how you respond to the stress that life throws at us. We try to get you going in the mornings. Glad you guys are joining us. Glad you're with us. And of course, as we talk with you and try to communicate with you, want to let you know that you guys can jump in and join the show with us. You can always give us a call if you want to and talk about some of these stories. The phone number, 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. Also, you can jump in on X. You can jump in on YouTube and Facebook. Talk with us, talk with others. Give your shout outs, your thoughts, your opinions. We can talk about it. We can get your, if you want it to be said, we'll get it out there. If you don't want your comment to be said, you can say that as well, but it is out there for public consumption, whatever may be the case. Anyway, October 14th, hope you had a good holiday yesterday. Blues won last night, final score there. Final score was 5-2, and Jimmy Snuggerud had 2 goals. Jake Neighbors got on the board again. So you have some of these young kids making some things happen. It's like, okay, can the Blues get this much? Can they get this kind of response throughout the season? If they can, it's going to be a wonderful year for the St. Louis Blues. That's for sure. You also had 2 games last night in the NFL. We were talking about that earlier. Bears won. Surprising win over the Commanders. You also had the Atlanta Falcons with an upset win over the Bills out of nowhere. And the Dodgers. Dodgers. Just not a big Dodgers fan. But all the money that they spend, they're doing well with it. Good pitching, timely hitting. They win 2-1 over the Brewers. That was in Milwaukee. So LA has a 1-0 lead. It's pretty much a must-win game 2 for the Brewers. They play tonight. And also last night, Seattle just clobbered Toronto. So they took both games in Toronto before they head back to Seattle. They have a commanding lead in that series. Don't look now, but could you imagine the Mariners in the World Series? Yeah. That's I don't know. That's a possibility, people. It is, and it's one of those things that could be happening. So, also, one thing that is going on too today, kind of it was a big story because it captured the nation's attention. It was about Charlie Kirk with his assassination. The United States is honoring Charlie Kirk today with a day of remembrance. And the president, Trump, he's planning to give Charlie Kirk a Medal of Freedom at a White House celebration. Erica Kirk, his wife, is going to accept the award on his behalf. It will be an evening ceremony in the East Room of the White House tonight. Of course, it's already been well over a month since Kirk was killed on September 10th. And the U.S. Senate considered and agreed to a resolution back on September 18th that honors Kirk on what would have been his 32nd birthday today. So there were 22 co-sponsors in the Senate. So the Medal of Freedom given to Charlie Kirk today at the White House. Once again, it shows you how fast time goes by in life. Just fast. Been over a month again already. This is Art City Now, all things St. Louis all the time, plus other stories that interact or intercede our lives here, or super popular national stories. Bringing those to you as we do some of those headlines. By the way, deer hunters, and we have a lot of deer hunters throughout the Missouri area, especially the St. Louis area. They're being asked to consider sharing their harvest with those in need of some protein-rich meals. It's called the Share the Harvest campaign. It's underway across Missouri. Hunters can donate a portion or their entire harvest to just local food banks. The process is free. Participating processing facilities will handle any testing for chronic waste disease as well. So, deer hunters, you can do that as well, just to go out and help other people in our community from that standpoint. I had to get into this, and it's not the most positive news in the world, but we get it now and get it out. But it was a holiday yesterday, and unfortunately, a 17-year-old boy from Belleville was traveling eastbound on I-70 in the Wentzville area, and it can be a congested area if it's busy time. He was traveling about 11:30 yesterday, just before lunch, lost control of his car, and drove through the median in the Caribou area and lost his life. His car went into the westbound lanes, and it was hit by another vehicle. It was heading west. So the young man lost his life, and it's just very, very, very sad story. But that backed up traffic for a long period of time yesterday. Very long period of time. There were video shots of it. The news stations had video of just letting people know that was going on, because we know it's a very congested area as well. But you see, that happened. But then also yesterday morning, you had a construction worker who also lost his life over in the Central West End. Literally, guys out there working in the morning, 6:15. And sometimes if it's dark, and it's dark in the morning at 6:15, you hope lights are out there. Because I've seen people come very close to my car in the past as well, and others who are working construction, because it's difficult to see if something's not lit. I don't know all the details, but police say one of the workers was in the middle lane trying to block traffic on North Kings Highway. 6:15 in the morning, he was hit by a car. They were trying to move construction equipment from an off-roadway construction site. And there was no active roadway being worked on at the time of the incident. So the man was wearing construction gear, and he got hit. I say that he didn't lose his life. He's in critical condition right now. That's the good news of the bad, horrible story. Thankfully, the Malibu stopped and was cooperating with the investigation. Just another reminder, try to keep your head up and on a swivel. Just never know what's going to be out there, what can happen from that standpoint in time. How about the city of Manchester? A little bit more positive news. Nice place. Being awarded as one of Missouri's most neighborly cities for 2026. I could see that. The University of Missouri Extension and Hopeful Neighborhood Project honored Manchester with the award. Manchester was recognized for its strong culture of connection and community engagement. So they've dedicated the past year to developing intentional outreach events that enhance the lives of residents over in the Manchester area. So that was one of the reasons why they were focused on it. Mayor Mike Clement said, quote, "Manchester strives to be a connected and caring community. When residents feel connected and cared for, the city seems happier and healthier." That coming from the mayor, Mayor Clement, who was out there. So nice award for Manchester. Always nice to get some positive things going on there. They had a couple different events: Feed the Need, Civic Season events, National Night Out. Manchester will be the 6th city to be honored for their neighborly excellence across Missouri. So congrats to Manchester. 6:44, about 6:45 on a Tuesday morning. What's going on in your neck of the woods? What's happening? You guys have plans for the week, the weather. Ran into a crew the other day. They were on their way to the Limp Haunted House. They were getting some dinner, heading down downtown to go to Limp. You guys hitting haunted houses at all? Other things that you want to promote, patios, restaurants, bars, anything from that standpoint that we can talk about. You guys are always welcome here. You know that. We try to cover anything and everything we can from that standpoint. I also thought this was interesting. Lay's potato chips. I don't eat potato chips. Brian, you eat potato chips?
Yes, I eat kettle chips.
Kettle chips. So you're not a Lay's guy.
No, I like Lay's are cool if it's like, a little
I've got a son that eats Lay's.
Yeah, like a deli sandwich.
Okay.
Cool with some Lay's. But no, I like kettle chips now.
Okay. Well, Lay's has a brand new redesign of their bags and ingredients. So we'll show you the bags. Lay's cited a study showing that 42% of customers didn't know the chips were even made with real potatoes. So you're going to eat a potato chip and just assume, I don't know what it's made of, but I'm going to eat it. 42% didn't even know that it was made with real potatoes. So that's the new logo. Is that up? I wasn't even looking, buddy. Did you have the logo up?
Yeah.
Sorry, I looked up and I was like, oh,
my bad. I didn't put it on you.
No, that's
the TV,
fine.
But yeah, I got the picture up.
They call it a warmer and more distinct sun rays beaming out from the red lays. The red lays ribbon, I mean. Yeah, you got that. Okay. All right, that's nice. But here's the thing, too. Lay's is also changing the ingredients. So they will now be made with olive oil and have 50% less fat than the regular potato chips. The Lay's kettle cooked chips, Mr. Rye, will feature a new version of the reduced fat original sea salt flavor. That sounds good. Made with avocado oil and offering 40% less fat than regular chips. So there you go. Lay's, if you guys are into that, bringing out a new well-designed. We cover everything. Things that come in, things that tell us, things that we see, just to get that out there. Okay. This was the segment where we did a bunch of the news headlines anyway. How about St. Louis Lambert Airport? They're getting ready to start. They're going to break ground on a new $114 million project. What it is it's a 280,000 square foot facility that they say is going to put all their critical airfield operations under one roof. So what that means is they'll have two projects, the first of two projects. It's going to be out there in the West Airfield. They're talking about modernizing their operations, which will help everybody. It's about the next 5-6 decades. It's a 285,000 square foot facility that will include, it's all under one roof, all of their snow removal, the airport auto shop, landscaping, more. It said right now, all of that's spread out across the entire airport. Not very good. Doesn't make it as efficient as well. The airport director, Rhonda Ham Newbergy, said that if you're in the middle of a snowstorm and you've got equipment down, you're outside trying to fix it. Makes it a little challenging. So this new facility will address all of the concerns that we have today. So Lambert trying to do a better job. Recently, they didn't fare well when it came to customer satisfaction in a national poll. But there's a lot of projects in the work that are trying to get the airport to get better, I guess, ratings. That facility is set to be finished by 2027. So congrats to the airport. Bring it on in. Need to do some of those things. How about another restaurant opening up? This time, we're talking about a new location of Chris's Pancakes and Dining coming to St. Louis County. They've got two existing locations in the city, but they're planning a new one in the location of the TGA Fridays that went bye-bye at Ronnie's Plaza down in South St. Louis County. So that's going to be one of those that's coming up. TGI Fridays had one on Lindbergh down in South County, so that's gone now. So good luck to Chris's Pancakes. From that standpoint, they'll be opening up another one as well. At least that's what we're told. When it comes to some of these headlines and highlights from St. Louis, if you guys want to jump in with anything, you can let us know. I thought this was interesting as well. We can hit on it more, I guess, a little bit later in the show too. We've talked about 6-7. I thought this was dying. I thought it had gone away. Now
you got like at least another 6 months.
Another 6 or 7
I'm not going to say 7 though. You got like 6 months though.
Another 6-7 months, Vic. Well, you're around kids more. You still you work with kids, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're still saying this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. It's bad.
Yeah, but it seems like it's been around for 5, 6, 7 months.
Yeah, it's going to take a year. Kids are going to be saying it for like 3 years. The high schoolers, they're kind of stopped saying it. But like if you're playing basketball and there's like a high school kid on the court and say the score is 6-7 and we say 6-7, oh, they're chuckling. Like, yeah. So it's still relevant in the
silly
high school community as well.
Silliness. Total silliness.
I even chuckle sometimes because I'm like, I already know somebody.
Well, teachers are now starting to discipline students around the country because they're tired of it. Quote, I've been teaching for 20 years and I've dealt with all sorts of slang. Nothing has driven me more crazy than this one. Coming from Adria Laplander, a 6th grade language arts teacher in Michigan. She told Today.com that they're actually disciplining kids who are saying it. They're imposing consequences on kids along with the accompanying juggling hand gestures. 6, 7. I love it. They describe it. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, 6-7 is a nonsensical expression used especially by teens and tweens that's connected to a rap song and also to a 6'7" tall basketball player. Written as the number 6'7", but pronounced 6'7". Kids say it as a response, space filler, or whenever the word 6'7" or logically or even spontaneously paired together. 6'7" is always an alliance. If one person shouts 6, the group chants 7. And now we are all dumber for what we just heard from what Vic just told us. Sorry. But teachers, I'm curious if there are local teachers who had to deal with that in some capacity, because teachers around the country are literally brainstorming on ways to try to stop it. Another teacher warned colleagues on TikTok, do not count out loud in class. I was taking attendance and I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the entire class erupted into 6, 7. Another frustrated math teacher on TikTok said that anyone who says 6, 7 will have 67 digital points subtracted from their total.
You can't run from it. That's what I don't think they understand. Anything can be 6, 7. They could see a number, like they could see 50,
6, 7.
They could see 62 and just add 5 under it, and then just like write on the test and say 6, 7 for it. Like it doesn't have to be 6, 7, 67, 670. It doesn't matter.
Is anybody dealing with that in the St. Louis area? I'm curious.
Me.
Teachers, yeah, you.
Me.
I mean, so that's still coming up. You are, yes. You're right. And because you're working with lots of kids over at the Y.
Yes, that's why I'm so glad when I do, like, when I ref soccer or something, we don't take score, because they score a lot of goals in like kindergarten soccer for some reason.
You don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, so I don't have to say 6, 7. I don't have to say any of that. So,
all right, we feel for you, my friend, messing with that stuff that's going on. Okay, all right, you can jump in on the chat line. 855-282-8255 is the phone number to call. 855-282-8255. We are Arch City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. We take you to 8 o'clock each day. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us with Cam Jansen, the former Blue and Cardinals broadcaster, Jim the Cat Hayes. Try to keep it positive as we get you up on a Tuesday. The sun has now come up early on this morning, just about 7 a.m. Should be another gorgeous day. Temperatures, the highs this week in the St. Louis metropolitan area in the 80s and solidly 80. Maybe Saturday, the high will be 70. Another just beautiful day on Saturday. And then next week looks absolutely stunning. Highs in the 70s. And of course, it feels even more like fall next week. Anything you guys want to jump in on and talk about, we'll do that too. We come back. We'll talk about the Blues. We'll talk about the NFL from last night. You had baseball that was going on. Haven't got to Mike Schilt yet, the former Cardinals manager, calling it quits, saying the toll of the job is just too much. Yeah. Ask Ali Marmol how it feels to be a manager. Yes, you love it, but my gosh, not only is it the toll of the job, and then it's dealing with all the people that think they can do their job, your job, or don't know that you're qualified to do the job that you've been asked and paid to do. We'll get into those things. Anything else you got going on, let us know. We'll do that. It's October 14th. It's Tuesday, 6:55, about 6:56 from that standpoint. Thank God there's no time that's 6-7. We'd have to say 6-7.
Oh, if you would have said 6:57, the kids would have said 6-7.
Oh, so they would if you said
if
that.
there's like a 6 and a 7 like around each other, it doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah. I like when I'm on TikTok or something, I'll like go in the comments and somebody will like the comment and it will say like 3,647 and they'll circle the 6-7 and screenshot it and make it into 6-7, like draw on it and stuff.
Huh.
It's crazy. It's like a whole deep thing into this. It's very crazy.
No, I guess it is. Once again, X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can jump in with us. X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can give us a call, talk about stories, promote St. Louis, whatever, whenever. 855-282-8255. That's 855-282-8255. Producer Ryan's alongside. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are with us this morning. Gonna be another beautiful day. We're here trying to kickstart your morning as well. Like we say, we're glad you're with us. We are your Lou Information Station. We're always live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll get into those stories. We come back. Stay with us. Bring somebody along with you. Let's get you started this Tuesday. Back with more right after this. What's happening? Glad you're with us. It is Arch City now. It is a Tuesday morning. It is October 14th. Producer Rye alongside my guy next to my side. Rye, I'm Vic Faust. Arch City now. All things St. Louis all the time. Getting you up and going throughout the day. St. Louis style, St. Louis stories, headlines, news, things that affect us one way or the other. Love it when you guys jump into the show. You can do it on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Interviews from around the area, stories promoting people, businesses, charities, you name it, anything above. Jumping on the show, we appreciate it from that standpoint. Okay, we take you to 8 o'clock. That's when the former Blue, Cam Jansen, and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes jump in. Obviously, they'll be talking Blues from their big win last night, as we will shortly, momentarily. And Jim the Cat Hayes with some perspective when it comes to Mike Schilt, the former Cardinals manager, making some news. We'll get into that here shortly as well when it comes to that big announcement that came out with him retiring. Just interesting news. Only had 2 seasons there, 2 successful seasons in San Diego, but certainly massive St. Louis connections with Mike Schilt. So wish him the best in retirement. Just can't see him not managing baseball as much as he's loved it and as much as it's been around his life for a very, very, very long time. 7:07 is the time. Weather's going to be beautiful this week. If you can, get outside, enjoy your time, whatever you guys got going on. Talked about Chris's Pancakes, opening up a new location in South County. They have 2 locations in St. Louis City, which gave us an opportunity. Throughout your favorite breakfast place, if you want to, from the St. Louis area. We'll promote that as well. Love to talk about those ideas, those things that are happening. If you guys have a favorite, let us know. We'd love to do that. By the way, I love it when you guys jump in with your comments. NFL action last night, and we'll talk NFL too. Tony says books win again. Yeah, I guess they do. The over-under was 49, lands right on the number. Books win again. That's why if you're gambling, you need to be careful or make sure you're set up the right way. Gambling is coming December 1st to the St. Louis area. Sports betting. A lot of people have been waiting a long time to get involved and test their action. But as Tony says, beware. The over-under 49 last night, one of those games, landed right on the number. That was the Bears game. That's right, the Bears Commanders. It was a 25-24, landed right on the number as the Bears picked up that upset win late in the game from that standpoint. Mary jumping in, and we'll take your comments on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Mary says, wear red for Charlie Kirk's birthday today. That was something that we told you about a little bit earlier today, and this was voted on by the Senate. It was approved by the Senate. Today, October 14th, is Charlie Kirk Day. From that standpoint, what's happening is the United States will honor Charlie Kirk with a day of remembrance as Donald Trump plans to give the assassinated conservative activist a Medal of Freedom at a White House celebration. His wife, Erica, will be accepting the award on his behalf. That will happen at a evening event in the East Room of the White House. It's already been well over a month since that happened. September 10th, when he was speaking at Utah Valley University, when he was assassinated. The U.S. Senate considered and then agreed to a resolution back on September 18th that honors Charlie Kirk on what would have been his 32nd birthday. Accomplished a lot in 31 years, whether you agree with his political stances or not. The success and the momentum that he had with his turning point was fascinating, almost second to none. So 22 co-sponsors of the bill. So Mary reminding us to wear red today, if you want to, in honor of Charlie Kirk. Paul says, get the kettle chips. That's cooked in avocado oil, way healthier. That was in our story from the first hour. We'll revisit that sometime in this hour. When it comes to the Lay's potato chips, brand new logo, and also healthier chips. A lot healthier chips. Donna said, I like the new yearly flavors hers has every year. They call them the game day flavors. Okay, we got it. We appreciate you doing that. Thanks for jumping in and continuing to watch us on Facebook and X and YouTube. Love when you guys are making your comments there as well and keeping us going from that standpoint with the show. We're trying to cover all those things, get your comments, cover things St. Louis from that standpoint. And we appreciate you jumping in with some of the stories that we were trying to cover as well. Arch City Down, Vic Faust, producer Rye alongside too. Okay, last night, the Blues. Big win again. Loved watching them. It's exciting watching this team get shut out at home in their home opener. That was not fun. They skated hard. I almost felt like they were gripping, pressing too hard. Sometimes you want something so bad and you push so hard and it just doesn't happen. Other times you're just like, you have that laissez-faire attitude, like, whatever. And then, all of it just falls into your lap. Blues, last two games, that looks like what's happened. I mean, they couldn't score a goal their first game at home. So let's go to Canada. And what happens? They score 9 goals in 2 games. 9 goals in 2 games. Score 5. Beat Vancouver last night, 5-2 the final there. How about Jake Neighbors? And he had a big game the other day. And then Jimmy Snuggerud last night. Young guys making news. Young guys making headlines. Neighbors with a goal again. Bennington had a really good night. So 3 games into the season, the Blues are 2-1. Love to see him get off to a good start, obviously. Jim Montgomery, the head coach, with full time to prepare this team. Now they come home. Literally, they've got a Wednesday game, Saturday, next Tuesday, next Thursday. So the Blues come back home, 4 straight games, plenty of opportunities to catch the Blues. Tomorrow night, they will take on the Blackhawks. Division rival. Blackhawks have started the year 1-2. So it'd be fun to see Chicago in town tomorrow night. Blues need to take care of business. So they played Chicago. Then they host Dallas, a really good dominant team in their division. Then LA, and then Utah. Then they hit the road for a couple more before coming back on the 28th and 30th to take on Detroit and Vancouver. So plenty of options, plenty of opportunities to watch the Blues. And obviously, the team winning their first 2 games on the road, that's huge. I know it's an extremely small sample size, but you lose at home and then you go to Canada and you get right for 2 straight. That's a big deal. Love that. And you're talking about their game on Saturday was a hard-fought win, and last night they just looked better and better, taking care of business. The Blues are, because they have a very, very good division. I mean, there's 3-4 teams ahead of them who are already 3-0 or 3-1 on the season. So it looks like it'll be a fight all the way down to the end when it comes to NHL playoffs, where the Blues stand and so forth. We're just glad that they looked as good as they did last night. And of course, people like seeing it, getting excited about it. And anytime the Blackhawks come to town, people get excited. Blues fans do. And the Blackhawks will be at Enterprise tomorrow night when the Blues will be there to take care of them. So if you're going to the game, you can let us know. Wednesday, Saturday this week, then Tuesday, Thursday next week. Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday for the Blues. Would love to see the Blues get 2 big wins against Chicago and Detroit in their division in back-to-back games. Nice job on the road from the St. Louis Blues standpoint. If you guys want to jump in on that, you can as well. Also, if you have anything else that you want to jump in and talk about from a St. Louis standpoint, we can do that as well. But always fun to watch. It's a fun brand of hockey to watch as well. That's for sure. Baseball last night. Yeah, the Mariners clobbered the A's. They're up 2-0 in that series, headed back to Seattle. Look at Seattle. They've got something great going on. Dodgers won a key game on the road at Milwaukee, 2-1. Dodgers winning another close one. Pretty much sets up a must-win, in my humble opinion, for Milwaukee tonight. But then we had the news come down yesterday. No, we don't have playoffs, but it is interesting. When you look at Mike Schilt, now obviously Mike Schilt left St. Louis unceremoniously, allegedly refused to do the things the way that former director of baseball operations, John Mozeliak, wanted it, getting into all the metrics and so forth. I'm not going to break all that down again. Not going to bore you. Anyway, he goes to San Diego, and in 2 years, he's in the playoffs. He's like, okay, there we go. So Mike Schilt left St. Louis, had immediate success, and the Cardinals didn't. Was not a good look for the Cardinals. Not at all. However, the 57-year-old yesterday, or over the weekend, told the team, it just came out yesterday, that he was retiring. He's only 57. Retiring just 9 days after the Padres were eliminated by the Cubs in a tense 3-game wild card series. He said he made the decision on his own accord, wasn't forced out. He just said that it was time for him to go. He said, quote, "While it has always been about serving others, it's time I take care of myself and exit on my terms." He says, quote, "I gave every fiber of my being to help achieve Peter Seidler, the owner's vision of bringing a World Series championship to San Diego." He's like, "We fell short of the ultimate goal, but I am proud of what the players, staff, and organization were able to accomplish the last 2 seasons." Show was pretty good, 183, 141 as a manager in San Diego. Padres won 90 games this season, finished second in the NL West. So not bad, but 34 years of dedicating himself to coaching. I mean, that's a lot. That's a career for baseball. Obviously, was the manager for the Cardinals from 2018 to 2021. And he had a winning record in each of his 3 full seasons. And if you remember, he was also National League Manager of the Year in 2019 after leading the Cardinals to 91 wins and the NL Central title. Padres will start looking for a new manager ASAP. And isn't this interesting? The Padres become the 8th Major League Baseball team with a manager job open. There's 8 jobs open right now. Insane to me. Texas has already hired former Cardinal skip Schumacher, but there's openings with the Padres, the Angels, the Braves, the Orioles, the Twins, the Giants, the Nationals, and the Rockies. All of that happening already when it comes to Major League Baseball. But we certainly wish old Schulte the best from that standpoint. He said that he also went on to say that there's a severe toll of this job that it takes. Yeah, I guess so. Being a manager, that would be manager, coach, whatever, you name it. I get it. I totally get it. I see it. It makes sense. Those things can be, a big bear. So we wish him the best from that standpoint. Okay. Talked about the Blues coming back in. Major League Baseball last night. Schulte. Then, of course, the NFL happened last night. This script is crazy. Cray. Tony was talking about it in the chat line already. The Bears beat the Commanders 25-24 as time expired. That's an upset win. Bears are 3-2. Commanders 3-3. And while that was an interesting game, how about the Bills? What has happened to the Bills? 2 straight losses. Josh Allen, 4 interceptions in those 2 games. And they lost to the Falcons on the road. The Falcons, don't look now, they're 3-2. Michael Penix Jr. coming into his own, the former incredible quarterback from Washington. And then Bijan Robinson looking like he's the best player in the NFL. I'm not kidding. Reminds me of Christian McCaffrey. He's healthy. How about 238 total yards at 170 rushing, 68 passing? Looked at many times just very difficult to tackle, explosive. But once again, we have all this parity in the NFL. Who's the best team? We don't even know anymore. Do we? Who's the dominant team? There isn't. Who do you like? Is it the Eagles, the defending champs? Is it the Chiefs? Is it the Bills? Is it the Lions? Their defense is all beat up. They can't be considered until they get people healthy again. They're hurt again for the second straight year. Is it the Bucks? I mean, who do you trust? Who is it? Who's the best team in the NFL? I have no idea. The Packers? They've only got one loss. I don't know. I don't remember a year like this in a long time, if ever, in the NFL, where there wasn't one team that you looked at and go, oh, yeah, they have to be the favorite, even if they made it or not.
Yeah, the best team in the NFL right now, the best team is either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
Because they get it out the mud. It's fourth quarter. You need that QB to make that drive, and they have somebody that's going to make that drive.
There's your love for Baker.
Yeah.
You drink his bathwater. I know you would.
Nah. I'm Stafford, man.
Oh, that's right. Are the Rams the best?
Yeah. I think the Rams are really the best. They just need a better special teams. Like, their special teams is terrible.
Yeah, if special teams is costing you wins, you got issues.
That's
massive issues.
But
yeah, I don't know. But that's the interesting thing from the NFL conversation, that standpoint when it comes to this year. I know not everybody's into the NFL. We don't have a team in St. Louis, but lots of people still get into it. And the one thing, though, when it comes to business and greed, this is one thing that drives me crazy about the NFL. You couldn't watch both games last night. It's too difficult. Mm-hmm. They kind of overlapped one another. I don't get it. Maybe somebody from the NFL wants to call our big time show this morning and explain it to me. I don't get it. It doesn't seem like it does justice for your fans to have games around the same time. And not only one, but you have two. It's your Monday night. But then there's baseball on. And then, of course, out of all of it, I'd rather be watching my Blues, which are on at 6:30 as well. And that only happened because it was Columbus Day holiday. They're in Canada. It's also Thanksgiving Day. They're in Canada. So the game started early there. So we got it at 6:30. So all of those things going on at the same time. By the way, it was great to see the Blues win, as we talked about to start the segment. Love seeing them win from that standpoint. Okay, that's the good news. By the way, we are Arch City. Now, you can give us a call. Talk about it in these stories. Anything else, 855-282-8255. 855-282-8255. You can catch all of the information about what we do, our content, everything at luinfo.com. Once again, that's luinfo.com. You can also jump in on social media on X, YouTube, and Facebook as we try to get your comments out there as well about some of the things that you're seeing. All of the things that are happening throughout the St. Louis area. Weather's terrific this week. There's always things going on here. If there's anything that you guys want to promote, you can do that. Where are you headed? One of the storylines this morning, favorite breakfast places throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. There's so many, and it's so difficult. I love the Shack for a variety of reasons, but I love all breakfast places. I really do. I really absolutely do. From the chat line, when we were talking about Mike Schilt, he should have waited for a raise after 2 winning seasons, then gets fired mid-season. Money, money, money. Mary says, Tampa's fun to watch. So there you go. You got another Tampa fan. Donna says, go Blues. Can't wait. Tomorrow night, Blackhawks in town. Then hosting Dallas on Saturday. Appreciate everybody jumping in on the chat line, letting us know how you feel from that standpoint when it comes to these stories and the events that are happening around the St. Louis area. Your Bucks. Yeah, that'll be, there you go. That's must-watch TV for me next Monday night then. Bucks and Lions from that standpoint. We were talking about, what's that?
And I think half of the receivers for the Bucks are injured too, or something like that. I know Evans was hurt, Godwin was hurt, Egbuka didn't play.
Yeah, he's been good too.
So I think it's going to be a hurt safeties and hurt secondary versus a hurt receiving core.
Might be. Also from Donna, we were talking about Lay's with their brand new logo, and they've got new ingredients. She says, by the way, Land O'Lakes butter now has olive oil and sea salt.
They do
in their butter.
Yeah.
You already knew about this, huh?
Yeah, I just saw.
That's
what my
good
mom-
stuff.
Yeah, that's what my mom gets. I don't get that stuff because I'm broke, but that's what my mom gets sometimes. So I like Land of Lakes.
There you go, Mom. Bring it all in. Yeah, we love it. We appreciate it. That's for sure. Um, 7:25 on a Tuesday, October 14th. A lot of people were working yesterday, but everybody or most people back to work today throughout the area. Just trying to get you going from that standpoint. We love it. What's going on?
Oh, my bad. It's a lot going on. Well,
I saw you giving the woo woo.
it was a little woo woo, but also sad because one of my favorite show hosts, Charlie Tuna, he is kind of going through it right now, and he won't be able to come in today. But I'm training Brody, so he has allowed me and Brody to run the show today.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
The Charlie Tuna, the Posse Show at 11 o'clock every day. Terrific show. Charlie taking the day off there. You go. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. Coming up at 8 o'clock, not too far away. Obviously, the former Blue Cam Jansen working with the Blues. Lots to talk about with that game last night, breaking it down. Really, really good win. Really good win. Really good night for Mr. Snuggerud and others as well. Plus, Jim the Cat Hayes. Where else are you going to find a show where you've got Cardinals news and Blues news? You got two of the most educated, informed people in St. Louis to talk about those topics with Mike Schilt. And, of course, baseball going on from that standpoint. If you want to give us a call, you can do so at 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. And then Charlie Tuna Show today from 11 to 1. And I believe it Sounds of STL at 10 o'clock. I think that's what's on. I do. And if I'm misjudging that, I apologize. I just can't remember totally from that standpoint what was happening. But we'll see. We'll see from that standpoint. Also, if you guys want to jump in, like we said, favorite breakfast places where you go, which led us into favorite coffee places. Bring it up. We do it every now and then just to make sure that everybody's getting covered. Want to make sure everybody's getting covered. By the way, my friends who are deer hunters say that's a sport. They're being asked to consider sharing their harvest with those who are in need of protein-rich meals, and they can do it. They do this every year. It's a really great program. It's called the Share the Harvest campaign. It's underway across Missouri. Hunters are asked and allowed to donate a portion of their entire harvest or all of it to local food banks. It helps people. The process is free, and participating processing facilities will also handle all of the testing for the chronic waste disease as well. So it's another way to give back to people throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. Most people I know who hunt love to get all that meat and bring it in and do some really good things with it. And there's a lot of people who like it. That is for sure. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get them a story. It's a nice honor for Manchester, which was really, really good. Lambert Airport, trying to make the airport a little bit more user-friendly from that standpoint. Also, anything else that you guys want to get into, we'll do that as well. We'll also let you know, what do you got here? Yeah, we'll bring up some of those other stories that we had going on. If you missed the 6-7 news, we'll get you back caught up on that. Yeah, 6-7. Making news still, somehow, some way. Yeah, somebody's like, what's going on with the Lay's potato chips? I'll set that stage for you as well. Anything else you guys want to jump into, just let us know. Jump in on the chat. Appreciate you guys jumping in on a Tuesday, October 14th. We're moving, we're shaking. Producer rides alongside. I'm Vic Faust, back with more of the show right after this. Glad you're up with us. The sun is shining. Looks like another beautiful day. Weather's going to be in the 80s this week up until about Saturday, I think. Might hit 80s on Saturday. We'll see. Beautiful weekend again in store for us. Always glad you are with us. Of course, you can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. X, Facebook, and YouTube. We'll get you going there, get your comments out, whatever the heck you guys want to talk about, whatever you guys want to promote, we'll do that. Of course, we do, live from our studios here in Kirkwood, the J. Randolph Jr. Studios. We take you up to just right before 8 o'clock. That's when Hot Take Central 2.0 takes over. A lot of sports that we covered the last couple of days, a lot of things going on. Fun to watch the Blues, fun to see them play well. They'll be talking about that on the show following mine, Hot Take Central 2.0, really getting in depth from that standpoint. Blues, by the way, back in action tomorrow night against the Blackhawks if you're interested in going. They're also back on Saturday and then next Tuesday and Thursday as well. The Kings and then Utah after that as well. So plenty of opportunities to go check out the Blues here in the St. Louis area, as we like to talk about. Plus, Mizzou on the road this weekend. They play Saturday night at Auburn. So lots of time. Weather would be great as well. Once again, just promote anything that you want. Or if you know people who are putting things out on social media about events that they're having, things that they want to promote, we'll promote. You guys want to get involved in causes? You want to do things? Let us know. We will make that happen. We'll make sure people understand what's going on. Until we're too packed to do it, we'll do it. So if you guys want to promote, golf tournaments, a lot of golf tournaments going on as well. If you guys want to do that, let us know. We'll let people know what you guys got going on too. We're just grateful that you guys want to jump in the show as you do. And of course, we'll promote when you have that going on. Producer Rise alongside, I'm Vic Faust. X, YouTube, and Facebook. Once again, that's where you can do it. X, YouTube, and Facebook. And if you want to call and talk about any of those stories that are going on, you can do that. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Need to be very careful when out on the road. Sad story, especially in the mornings. And it was on a holiday. Young man, 17-year-old boy from Belleville. He was traveling eastbound, so coming from west to east around 11:30 yesterday. On the highway, lost control of his vehicle, drove through the median, and hit the cable barrier. That's where he was in the other lanes. He was in the westbound lanes, got hit by another car. So he ended up losing his life in that accident. That's what happened yesterday if you were in that area. That's why Highway 70 was backed up for many hours, especially in that spot. That's what happened. It's just sad and unfortunate that some of those things can occur. Also, a construction worker was hit yesterday morning. He's in critical condition over on North Kings Highway, 6:15 in the morning. It's still dark at that time in St. Louis, by the way. Sun's not up. Car didn't see him. Hit him. He was trying to stop traffic, and just like that, was hit. So he's in critical condition right now. Pray that everything goes well from the standpoint where he is. And more positive news, how about Manchester? City of Manchester named, awarded as one of Missouri's most neighborly cities for 2026. The University of Missouri Extension and Hopeful Neighborhood Project honored Manchester. It's a pretty cool city. We got so many cities, though, when you think about it, all throughout the year. It's different. And I've lived in a lot of places. And obviously, it's what makes us different is our municipalities. It makes us unique. It's a positive thing. Outsiders who come into the city can also talk about it being a negative thing. I'll never forget friends of mine who come in and go, what? Why don't you guys should be a city county altogether? And I'm like, yeah, that was kind of that was an interesting run. And I know that there are people who still think we would be better from a financial standpoint of having the city and county all combined as one St. Louis area. That'll be a topic for another day, that's for sure. But lots of great cities that get honored all over the place, as we talked about. Midtown cities, West cities, you name it, just come up on these polls all the time for whatever reason, whether it's lack of crime, whether it's income, job opportunities, schools, you name it. So Manchester, by the way, being recognized for its strong culture of connection and community engagement. They say the city has dedicated the past year to developing intentional outreach events that enhance the lives of its residents. So congratulations to Manchester doing that as well. It's interesting too, because Halloween is coming up. Just over 2 weeks away. And Google just released the 25 most searched Halloween costumes for 2025. I'm wondering if you have any idea. Did you get into Halloween, Producer Rye?
I love Halloween.
Yeah, most people I know do. Going out with kids or yourself or friends or parties or whatever. One phenomenon is dominating the rankings right now. And I had never heard of these. They're called K-pop demon hunters. Why are you laughing? Because you work with kids.
K-pop demon hunter.
Yeah, you can check them out. If you see anything and you want to pop it up, feel free. I don't know if you can do that, though. 6 of this year's top 10 most searched costumes right now come from the hit movie.
Oh, this thing?
With the characters like Rumi, Zoe, and Mira Ginu.
Yeah,
Even Derpy the tiger making the list.
Yeah, this is a little bit, a lot of it lower on my age range, but I do know what this is. I don't understand it.
Maybe it's because of parents
it's probably
looking for their kids for costumes on Google. It would totally make sense. If you get it popped up there, let me know and I'll check it out if that's what you're trying to do. I was just looking at the rest of the list as well because I'm like, oh, really? Okay. I see we got that going on. That's good. But it's what's happening with Google with Halloween around the corner. Thought it'd be interesting to let people know. Also, they've got Frightgeist search data.
Yeah, I got to pull it up. I don't know.
If you find it, you let me know. But we've got also on this Wicked's.
Wicked?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. The
Elphaba?
Elphaba, yeah.
Elphaba and
Glinda, yeah.
They're both on the list.
Yeah.
Minecraft's chicken jockey appeals to the gaming crowd, of course.
Yeah, I'm so confused. But
Classics like the Lorix and Hamilton prove timeless characters never really go out of style either. That's interesting from Google. I no idea. Thought that there would have been some other things.
Do you see the
Rumi, number one.
Yeah, Rumi.
Number one most searched right now.
Yeah, Rumi, Zoe, and Myra? I don't know. I'm confused.
A chicken jockey from Minecraft. Is it Elphaba? Is that what you said?
Elphaba.
Elphaba the witch?
Yeah.
Elphaba the witch.
And then Glinda.
We've got Nightwing, one of this year's most.
That's my boy.
Nightwing?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, Nightwing. A lot of these things are for kids. Glinda, as we were just talking about when it comes to Halloween, which is coming up.
Actually, he's my
no pun intended.
Lock's room.
Oh, look at that. How about that? Like it.
It's one of my favorite superheroes. I be changing my lock screen a lot though.
Okay. All right. So there you go. Some of those things that are happening around town when it comes to Halloween. If anybody else has already thought about it, if you know what you're going to be or your kids are going to be, feel free to share. We'll go ahead and get that out there for you. Like to have some fun from that standpoint as well. I'm glad when you guys jump in on the show, that's for sure. You guys are fun. You make it worthwhile. That's for sure.
Vic, what do you want to be for Halloween?
I hadn't even thought about it because I probably won't be doing anything, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's
all right. I did love Halloween parties. I've passed up on a lot of them over the past 3 years, 4 years, but it's all good. It's like, oh my God. I would, they're fun. I like looking at costumes. I like seeing what people put together. I think that's fun.
I want to be a zombie, I think.
But I'm getting old, so I got to be careful, A zombie.
Or Frankenstein.
Okay.
I just don't want to paint myself and stuff. That's the only thing. I don't feel like doing all that. I'm too old. I'm like, man,
you're too old. When does too old become too old?
You just said you were too old.
There's an age difference between the two of us that I'm not going to get into. Todd Bodecker says, speaking of NFL and Super Bowl, how about Bad Bunny?
Probably what I'll be wearing.
Todd says, I'll be Bad Bunny. Probably what I'll be wearing. Ha, ha, ha. Donna says, how about just a regular old witch? Yeah, you got to add something to it, maybe. Glenn says, my son is going to be a Formula One driver. I like that.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot.
Especially with the Brad Pitt movie this year. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Oh, I may do that.
There you go.
Because then I can just wait, you know?
Yeah, but you need but helmet, plus you've got to get a racing suit.
Yeah, I can find a racing suit.
Somehow, okay. I don't know. That seems like that'd be a little bit more difficult.
I can wear a racing jacket and like some pants and like a helmet and
become. People get into it. I don't know. I mean, are there different? I mean, we appreciate people jumping in. I'm just curious, but most people that are listening are from the St. Louis area. What you're going as, what your kids would be, and so forth. It's weird because it doesn't seem like Halloween is just, and the end of October is just 2 weeks away. We're already halfway through the month of October. The weather, I think, has thrown me off. Time going by so fast. The weather has been so nice in St. Louis. It seems like it's extended summer, so to speak, from that standpoint. But, people have some really, really good ideas. That's for sure. 7:45 on a Tuesday morning, October 14th. But I've learned here on Arch City now, I didn't know who some of these people were that costumes being looked up as Google's most searched. No idea. The Demon Hunters had no freaking idea.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's not even the Demon Hunter I'm thinking about, and I don't even watch that stuff. So,
oh my God, I don't even. And what is the witch's name again?
Elphaba. Yeah,
Elphaba.
I only know that because
Elphaba.
Yeah,
that's right. You like Wicked? It's cool. It's fine.
No, I don't. I saw with my girl. Very annoying. But
Donna says I saw a kitten online at the shelter. Its name was Elphaba, so I adopted it. Changed her name. Elphaba was, so I'm out of the loop. Yeah, not quite sure.
Somebody in the comments said you should go as Ron Burgundy.
Hey, I did Ron Burgundy one year. I'm not kidding. I did way back in the day. Oh, stay classy. St. Louis. Yeah, we did that back in the day. Having some fun here, not trying to be too damn stupid on a Tuesday morning. Just getting you up and rolling, 7:47 throughout the St. Louis area. Jumping on the show if you want to. X, Facebook, YouTube. Appreciate you guys jumping in, having some fun all throughout the St. Louis metro area. Ron Burgundy. Yeah, if you want to give us a call, you can talk about stories, promote anything that you want, 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. While we're talking Halloween, while we're talking some of the costumes and things that are going on out there, and I'm sure we'll get into it in days and weeks ahead, promoting Lay's with their new baked chips. Lay's. Did we show them a second time yet? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we already showed them.
I can pull it up again now.
Yeah, check out the new Lay's. Somebody was asking a question about Lay's. PepsiCo owns it. Just from the sheer standpoint, not just the branding, but it was the health factor that comes into play from that standpoint. Robert Kennedy Jr. talking about that when he came in to do his Making America Healthy Again. The brand also changed some ingredients like their Lay's baked and their Lay's kettle cooked chips. So wanted to repeat that for some people that was going on. The Lay's baked are not going to be made with olive oil and have 50% less fat than the regular potato chips. So trying to get a little more healthy.
That's good.
What will the taste be? Will people still be purchasing it? We'll see. And then your kettle cooked chips, the Lay's kettle cooked chips.
There we go.
They're going to have a reduced fat original sea salt flavor made with avocado oil, and that's going to offer 40% less fat than the regular chips.
That just sounds good.
Same. It sounds like a health chip.
Yeah. Shout out Robert Kennedy Jr. He does scare me though because he works out in jeans, and that's kind of confusing. But he's a really healthy man for his age, and that's cool. So,
oh no, he looks good.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to be built like that when I'm 60 or whatever, but I'm not working out in those boot cut jeans, man.
Oh my gosh. No, that's funny, buddy.
That's scary.
That's funny. That is funny. That's some funny stuff. Glad you guys are jumping in with us today, taking you to the top of the hour. Hot Take Central 2.0 takes over at about 8 o'clock this morning. Cam Jansen They'll be talking about the Blues, Jim the Cat Hayes, talking about the Cardinals, and of course, also talking about the Cardinals when it comes to Mike Schilt. That's why the former Cardinal retiring from the Padres after just 2 years. Kind of some surprising news, but he said just it's a big toll on people when you're trying to do that job. A lot of us have no idea, may not make sense. But then it's like, okay, you want to do the job? You go do the job. We'll let you do the job from that standpoint. Also, what did we have here? Oh, we did it earlier today. I mean, guess what? 6'7". Guys, if you have kids, the 6'7" is still being talked about by your kids. We brought it up in the 6 o'clock hour. Allegedly, teachers in TikTok videos are showing teachers' frustration with the 6'7" talks. Literally, kids being disciplined because everybody likes to giggle if somebody says it, or if a teacher is counting attendance or a score or something in math that they have to say 6'7". Well, there are actually teachers around the country told today.com that they're actually disciplining kids because they won't stop saying 6'7". I thought this was way done at the end of last school year for kids, but apparently not. Apparently, it is still here. And my guy Ryan next to me on my left, producer, works with kids at the YMCA, and you said, no, Vic, they still talk about 6'7", correct?
6'7" is still rampant in the young community, especially from the ages of 13 and under.
They're okay.
Yeah. High schoolers, they kind of chuckle at it if they hear the word 6'7", but they're not going around saying it.
Good.
But yeah.
Good. We don't I hope that high school kids are not doing that still.
I think in college, we were saying it like the first week, and then we realized, hey, we're going around saying numbers, so we just stopped. But yeah,
a bunch of TikTok videos out there too with teachers going. It drives them crazy. Like one teacher said, I've been teaching 20 years, and this is the one thing that is frustrating me more than any of the quote kids slang the 6'7" all throughout the area. Yeah, okay, all right, 6'7". By the way, I can see you. I like that when you talk. Are you doing the camera right now?
No, I'm not on the camera. No.
Yeah, who's doing the camera?
Like, what do you mean?
The camera's moving in and out.
It is?
Yeah, I like that. See, we're doing some organic stuff here on the show right now.
Like, it may be auto tracking.
Maybe auto tracking because of your voice.
Yeah, but the camera shouldn't be moving on to me.
That's all right. The camera's moving. I like it.
It's not on me though.
No, it was. It just was. I promise you. I saw we had a wide shot of the room. It was in and out. Yeah, that's right. See, for those of you who don't know, not only do we do this radio show on 590 AM, but we're also podcasting live at the same time on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And I've always said, we need to get our own camera for you. Let's get you on air. Let's see what we've got going on. Love it when we get to see Rye Guy in the house.
Need to get on air. I think we're adding another camera in here in a second. I don't know when.
By the way, from the chat line, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., 70.
Yeah, that man's 70, man.
70.
Like, can't say anything about
actually going to be 71. He's 71 years old. That dude looks amazing.
Yeah, he's a healthy man. I just that workout attire is weird.
Does he always work out? Yeah. Always?
I think so. There's been a time where
does he work out his legs?
No, he was doing he was literally doing pull-ups.
You got to work out your legs.
He was doing pull-ups with no shirt on and just jeans and boots. I didn't know if it was for a trailer or something, but I've seen him work out in jeans and boots multiple times, and it's been different jeans. So
you got to work out your legs. You can't just have the big old upper body. As my dad said when I was a kid, my dad was a bodybuilder for a while too. He's like, there's guys with their big old upper bodies. You turn them upside down and use them for a pool cue. And I'm like, okay, Dad. All right, I got you. We'll work out the legs. So I wonder if I bet he's working out his legs. I hope Kennedy Jr. is working out his legs. I hope so. 7:54 is the time. Hey, congrats again to the Blues. Big win last night. 5-2. Man, they've erupted for 9 goals in 2 games. That's a whole lot of fun. That's for sure. Seeing what they got going on. St. Louis City SC, you can start making your plans. They have a big home game this Saturday as well. That's something that's going on local. You got your high school football Thursday night, and then, of course, Friday and Saturday. All of those things will be coming up. The weather is going to be great. Once again, if you guys have golfing events coming up this fall, let us know. We can promote that for you as well. If you've got events, parties, whatever, love to promote the great places to really go and take advantage of the weather that we have, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, patio time, whatever the case, let us know. We'd love to promote it. That's for sure from that standpoint. Also, you got baseball on tonight. Dodgers, Brewers. Brewers really in a must-win situation at home. They lose. They go back to LA. That may not be coming back to Milwaukee as game of a team as the Brewers are, just because we're starting to see what we have going on from a standpoint with these baseball games that are heading on. So NFL kind of wacky crazies we talked about. And by the way, if you're just joining us too, Brian Branch, that Lions player that we saw that started the brawl the other night, got suspended for a game without a paycheck. So that'll hurt the Lions. That'll hurt him as they host the Buccaneers next week as well. So that's a Monday night game. Okay, there you go. You started it up from the chat line. He always works out in jeans. Robert F. Kennedy jeans. Couldn't do it. I guarantee he's not working out his legs. Guarantee it.
Oh man,
what guys wear jeans and work out their legs?
Look, I just looked up Robert Kennedy working out. There are multiple videos of him working out in jeans and just doing pull-ups and push-ups. I haven't seen no leg curls. He's doing incline press.
No wall squats.
Yeah, no, he's doing straight. Yeah, riding the bike. Yeah, he's just doing stuff.
From the chat line, Todd says, "I'd like Seattle to win it." Yeah, they may. They had a big win last year. They've taken the first 2 at Toronto. They go back to Seattle. That series may not go back. That's for sure. Don't know any men wearing jeans that are working out their legs. Got to work out their legs. Work out the legs. Hey, not throwing any shade on anybody. Just if you're working out your big old upper body, work out that lower body as well. As Donna says, have a great day, everybody. Sun's back out. Robert F. Kennedy's guns are out. It's also Wear Red Day. If you're involved with the Charlie Kirk situation, he's being honored a Medal of Freedom today. His wife, Erica, accepting that award for him as well. So thanks for joining us today for Arch City Now. Vic Faust, our producer, Rye. Hot Take Central 2.0 is coming up next with Jansen, the former Blue, and Cardinals broadcaster Jim McCat Hayes. Have an awesome day. Stay positive. Todd says he works on his legs in private. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m.